Hello everyone and welcome to Devlog number 5. Yes, I am still working on this project. It is something that I've promised myself to finish this year, so one of my biggest weaknesses is starting projects and not really getting around to finishing them, so yeah, still working on this one. However, I have learnt some pretty harsh lessons early on in development of this project, so I will be sharing some of those with you very shortly. What you see going on in the background is pretty much me building the quickest viable prototype of this game I can, so just to test that all the mechanics and that are working just fine, and then I'll go from there. All the assets I have drawn so far will still work with this project, so nothing wrong there. So onto the lessons that I've learnt in development so far. I suppose you could say that developing is actually a lot like playing an incremental game or an idle game. So you really only get better or bigger as you do it. So yeah, one of the first things that I've learnt is to prototype your game as much as you can on paper, see if it will work, and you know, going through that thought process, you can quite often pick out things that might not fit the project or might not work. That's something that happened as I was making this game, and so you really want to prototype as much as you can on paper and then make the quickest prototype, the quickest viable product you can to test your game mechanics, which is what I'm now doing. And the other thing that I've learned also is to really watch my scope. You don't want to try and build the biggest project you can straight off scratch, and what I was trying to do was to put too many features into the game early on, and then finding out that my game mechanics and the way I wanted to build the game wasn't really going to work. And you know, I've pretty much used up a lot of time building a lot of this project and really learning a harsh lesson from doing so. I am starting without a lot of the features that I wanted to put into the game, and if in time I get to the point where I feel comfortable enough to add them, then I'll start adding features that will add to the game, make it a bit deeper. I suppose I wanted to build a game that was unique from other idle games. There's quite a few copies out there, so many pretty much just doing the same thing. There are a few good ones out there like Realm Grinders. That one starts off looking just like any other idle game, but once you really get into it, it's so much thought, so much strategy going into how to really improve your workflow in that game. You really got to hand it to the devs that built that game. It's pretty incredible for an idle game. So yeah, there are some good ones out there, and you really do want something unique, some depth to the game that will keep people playing and keep people interested. So I guess I tried to do too much of that too early on. Yeah, I've learnt that lesson, I suppose, and hopefully continue working on this project and finally finishing something that is the big goal for me. That is the biggest goal for me this year. Anyway, I hope this little discussion or chat helps you in some way in your project game development journey. If it has been interesting or helped you at all, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.